Good evening, everyone. This is Harpreet as a maths teacher. Dear students, I hope you all are good and fine and completed the revision of the chapter number 13 and 14, that is the statistic and the surface area. Today we will do the topic as a probability. This chapter we completed already. Let us revise it again, and some terms I have related to the probability I have written on the board. Let us discuss it again and then we will do some question also. So here I have written the first one point. The terms related to the probability. First one point is the random experiment. Random experiment means to say any experiment if we are doing and whose outcomes, whose total outcomes we known about it, and which one it is, which event we needed, that is unknown. For example, if any coin is tossed, then outcomes is one can be head or can be tail. Any one of it can be there. So it is the random experiment is there. Sample space. So it is the sample space. If any one coin is tossed, if we are tossing the two coins, then there can be the both head. First is head and second one is tail. First is tail or second one is head, or both can be tail. So this is total sample space, total outcomes. So it can, we can write here the total outcomes, how many are there, that is the sample space. Now event, exactly which number we needed. For example, if two coins are tossed, exactly we are needed as at least one head we needed. So this implies these three outcomes are needed. So its probability we will find, that is the event whose probability we are finding out. So those are here in this one. It will be, here will be H and H, head tail and tail head. Okay. So now how can we find out the probability of an event? It will be number of favorable outcomes in which, for which event we are finding out favorable outcomes, whose probability we want to find out, it is desired probability, and denominator total number of the outcomes as into the sample space we are writing out. Okay, so total number of the outcome. By this formula we can find out the probability. Next is the sure event. Sure event mean to say if we are tossing a coin, any one coin, and one of it, definitely one of it will be there, then its probability, it will be the sure event. One of it will be there, any head or any tail. Okay, so it is the sure event. Impossible event, for example, if I am tossing the coin and I want the number as a number for a 5, 6, 7 number we need, it is the impossible event because on the coin there can be any head or tail. So it is a impossible event. So let us see now the important results. As probability of any event is always lies between the 0 and 1. 1 probability is equal to always for the sure event, and 0 probability is always for the impossible event. If any not possible, then it is 0, and if it is sure event, then its probability is 1, and otherwise for the other probability certain to happen, then it is probability is always lying between the 0 and 1. And next is probability of any event and its complementary. Complementary mean to say not event, that one. Its sum is equal to always 1. If we have to find out the not event, then we will do as a 1, from the 1 we will subtract the probability of any that one event. Probability of any event cannot be negative. It cannot be negative. Okay, so it is always lies between the 0 and 1. Not more than 1 and not less than 0. Okay, so let us use these results into the question. Here I have written the first one. If the probability of winning of a game is 0.3, what is the probability of the losing? So it is the opposite of it. So probability of the winning event. Winning, it is given, it is 0.3. So if we will write here losing, we want to find out probability, losing the game, or we can say here it is the opposite of the winning. So it is 1 minus probability of winning. So 1 minus probability of winning, it is given 1 minus 0.3, it becomes as a 0.7. That is the answer of the question. Okay, so let us see one more. It is the conditional question. If the probability it is given to us, or we can find out a number of things we have to find out. A bag contains 5 red balls and some blue balls. So here are the number of red balls. it is given to us. Red balls, it is equal to 5, and we are supposing there, suppose number of blue balls. They are saying some blue balls, so we are supposing that is the x. So if the probability of the drawing a blue ball from the bag is thrice that of the red ball. So blue ball probability. So according to question we can write here probability of blue ball, it is number of balls are x upon x plus 5, total balls are x number of blue balls and red balls are there. This probability is equal to thrice the probability of the red ball. Red ball probability is 5 upon x plus 5. According to condition it will be there. Now they are saying find out the blue ball into the bag. So we can say here x plus 5 into the denominator, these are cut off. So x is equal to 3 5s are, it makes as a 15. So we can say there are the blue balls is equal to 15. So total balls also we can write here. Total r is equal to 15 plus 5 is equal to 20 balls. Okay. So let us do the one more question, third one. Okay students, now the third question is a box contain the 9 cards on which the numbers are written as 1, 2, 3 and up to 19. A card is taken out randomly and then we have to find out the probability of prime number. Prime number up to 19 number we have to find out. As you know, 1 is the unique number, it is not the prime number. So how many numbers into the event it is occurred? Into the solution for the first part we will write prime numbers are as a 2, 3 up to 19, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. So these are the prime numbers. So total firstly we will write total numbers are 19 and prime numbers are you can count out here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So those are the 8. So probability of prime numbers as a first part it will be favorable outcomes are 8 and total outcomes are 19. So this is the answer of the first one part. Second part, divisible by 3 or 5. The numbers which are divisible by 3. So favorable outcomes are 3. All numbers which is multiple of the 3 up to 19. So it is 9. Then here will be 12. Then next one 15. Then 18. These are there. Now or 5 also we have to write. In the 5 number, here 15 already we have write, then we will write the 5 and 10 also. It is divisible by 5. Okay, so these all numbers are there. So 15 is already counted out, so we will not write again. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these are also 8. So probability of divisible by second part, divisible by 3 or 5. It is total outcomes are 8 and total numbers are 19. So this is the also same answer as a 8 upon 19. I hope you understood the question. If you have any query, you can ask and do the practice of same questions from your book also. Thank you and have a nice day.